Guys, they said Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi was in disbelief on hearing that Olori Calabash is seen in a church receiving prayers for restoration. Hey, they said the most important thing to her right now is how to restore her marriage with Kabiyesi because things have fallen apart. Things are no longer the way it is, and from the look of things, she has seen that the Olokun powers might not be able to help her to restore the marriage. And I am sure she must have tried everything, do sacrifices, go to water, consult them, do this, do that, to see if the marriage will be restored. But it seems as if it is not it's not working, not at all. You see, in this life, whatever you sow, so shall you reap. You cannot sow cocoyam and reap yam. You know they happen like that. With everything she have done to destroy Queen Naomi's marriage, she think that she will get married and start enjoying her marriage. It doesn't work like that though. I don't think so. But if she believes that prayers can do it for her, let her keep trying prayers. Maybe God, you know that our God perform wonders, you know. And maybe she believe in wonders of God for her to go to church. But which kind of church is that? Because from the information we heard, they said it was all this white garment church. And you know that among this white garment church, few are original, while some are fake. I don't know the type that she have gone to receive prayers. Because with everything she have done to this marriage between Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi, none of them is even giving her space to come and explain herself, let alone for that forgiveness. Even though Queen Naomi have said she have forgiven her, but they said Kabiyesi's anger for her right now is something else. And this is because of one particular, it's not all about that particular one, but they said there's this particular thing that she did that is still hurting Kabiyesi up till now. And Kabiyesi find out the real truth about that incident recently. Despite everything that she have been doing against Queen Naomi back then in the palace when she was there with Queen Naomi, they said there was something she did, which is one certain time they said Kabiyesi went to US. Kabiyesi spent like 1 week or more in that US. And during that period, Queen Naomi and her family, they went on a church program that they spent like some days, you know. Then they said on coming back to the palace, you know that she was staying in Yeyoluwa quarters then, I mean Queen Naomi. And she lived there with her family. So while they were coming back, they said it was late already when they returned back to the palace. Only for them to, they said she brought out her key, put the key to open the door. Unfortunately, the keys can no longer open the door. She thought it was a mistake. Maybe they must have misplaced key and everything. They tried the spare that the other family members were holding, the same thing. Only recently they find out that the keys have been changed. Who changed the key? Nobody can tell. And those keys are not something that you can use, go and bring hammer and the big, the thing will just open. They are security doors that it requires professionals to open or do something about. It's not something you can do anyhow. And they said that day, it was cold. There was cold then. And Tadenikawo was still very young. When Naomi was still breastfeeding Tadenikawo, then Tadenikawo should be around few months then. You know, and that night, when Naomi was outside with Tadenikawo, they said that night they catch cold, both Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo. While the family members, they were running around looking for what to do and all of that. And they say when this thing was happening, Queen Naomi called Kabiyesi, you know, to let him know what is happening. And Kabiyesi was so angry on hearing that somebody tried such a thing on his queen, you know. So Kabiyesi promised Queen Naomi that he will call her back to get that he will get back to her, you know. And normally, had it been that Kabiyesi called, make few calls that night, they would have sought that thing very easily because Kabiyesi is Kabiyesi, Queen Naomi is Queen Naomi. Kabiyesi knows who to call at that point in time to come and open the door for them or do something about it. Then Queen Naomi was waiting for Kabiyesi. Maybe at that point, her family members was also waiting because she would tell them that Kabiyesi said he will get back to them. And getting back to them is, let me call few people to see what they can do. You know? So Queen Naomi waited 1 hour, 2 hours. Kabiyesi did not call back. They said when Queen Naomi called Kabiyesi back, Kabiyesi was very furious and angry at Queen Naomi, calling her a manipulator. How can she frame up such a thing just to paint the people in the palace very black? That why is she? Hey, they say she's so They say Kabiyesi told her that she is so manipulative that there is nothing like that. Hey, they say Queen Naomi felt so bad, such that they say she started crying. Kabiyesi did not call back again. No. And at that point, it was very late at night. They said Benro, her brother, started looking for solution. A man will always do what makes him a man. He started looking for solution. But you know, that kind of door is not something you can do anyhow and it will open. They say at that point, few people who really like Queen Naomi in that palace, they say one of them gave Benro a phone number of one man that can fix door and all of that. They started calling the man. It was late already. They said this thing is happening around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. That day, they entered the house finally around 5, 6 a.m. because the man did not pick when they were calling. And they were trying everything within their power. It was not working. Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo was outside all through, including her mother. But Queen Naomi, the reason it pains her that much is because she was still breastfeeding. The baby was feeling cold already. They said people have to come and bring their wrapper and they kind of, they did not prepare to stay outside. They said that night, this boy, Tadenika, will catch cold that night. And Olori Ashley was in her apartment, resting, sleeping. It will never be well with her. Let her go and pray. Let them pray for restoration. So then, Kabiyesi did not call again. They finally entered the house because early in the morning, the man saw the call and rushed to the palace. They were able to open the door. So when Kabiyesi came back and he asked his sisters. They said there was nothing like that. He asked Iyalaje. Iyalaje said there was nothing. Iyalaje was not living in the palace, but they say he was always visiting the palace. And few people that these people have bribed said there was nothing like that. Kabiyesi forget that matter. After some time, they did the one that made Queen Naomi to leave the palace. Queen Naomi left the palace. But only recently, they said there was a discussion and that incident came up. And Kabiyesi was able to find out the gospel truth, what happened that day. Somebody who was an eyewitness told him everything. And during the inquiry, they find out that it was Olori Ashley who paid some group of people to go and change that lock. Hey, they say Kabiyesi felt so bad. Ever since then, his attitude towards Olori Calabash changed completely. And that was why it looks as if he have abandoned her. And now she is going to churches to pray for restoration. And she thinks she will get the restoration. There is no how her marriage will be restored when she have scattered another person's marriage with her lies and deceit. Anyways, don't forget that these are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share my video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.